Where wilt thou lead me? Speak, I'll go no further. Mark me. I will. My hour is almost come, when I to sulphurous and tormenting flames must render up myself. Alas, poor ghost! Pity me not, but let thy serious hearing to what I shall unfold. Speak, I am bound to hear. So art thou to avenge when thou shalt hear. What? I am thy father's spirit, doomed for a certain term to walk the night, and for the day confined to fast and fires, till the foul crimes done in my days of nature are burnt and plunged away, but that I am forbid to tell the secrets of my prison house. I could a tale unfold whose lightest word would harrow up thy soul, freeze thy own blood, make thy two eyes like stars start from their spheres, thy knotted and combined locks to part, and each particular hair to stand on end, like quills upon the fearful porpentine. But this eternal blazon must not be to ears of flesh and blood. List, list, oh list! If thou didst ever dear father love. Oh God! Revenge his foul and most unnatural murder! Murder? Murder most foul as in the best it is, but this most foul, strange, and unnatural. Haste me to know it, that I with wings as swift as meditation or the thoughts of love may sweep to my revenge. I find thee apt, and duller shouldst thou be than the fat weed that roots itself in ease unless a wharf. Wouldst thou not stir in this? Now, Hamlet, hear. 'Tis given out that sleeping in my orchard a serpent stung me, so the whole air of Denmark is by a forged process of my death rankly abused. But know thou, noble youth, the serpent that did sting thy father's life now wears his crown. Oh, my prophetic soul, my uncle? Aye, that incestuous, that adulterate beast, with witchcraft of his wit, with traitorous gifts, oh, wicked wit and gifts that have the power so to seduce one to his shameful lust, the will of my most seeming virtuous queen. Oh, Hamlet, what a falling off was there from me, whose love was of that dignity that it went hand in hand even with the vow I made to her in marriage, and to decline upon a wretch whose natural gifts were poor to those of mine. But virtue, as it never will be moved, though lewdness courts it in the shape of heaven, so lust, though to a radiant tangle linked, will sate itself in a celestial bed, and prey on garbage. But soft, methinks I scent the morning air. Brief let me be, sleeping within my orchard, my custom always of the afternoon. Upon my secure hour thy uncle stole, with juice of cursed Hebedon in a vial, and in the porches of my ears did pour the leprous distilment, whose effect holds such an enmity with blood of man, that sift as quicksilver it courses through the natural gates and alleys of the body, and with a sudden vigor doth possess, and curd like eager droppings into milk, the thin and wholesome blood, so did it bind. And as a most instant tetter barked about, most laser-like with violet loathsome crust, all my smooth body. Thus was I sleeping by a brother's hand, of life, of crown, of queen at once dispatched, cut off even in the blossoms of my Cid, unhousel, disappointed, unanelled, no reckoning made, but sent to my account, with all my imperfections on my head. Oh horrible, most horrible! If thou hast nature in thee, bear it not. Let not the royal bed of Denmark be a couch for luxury and damned incest. But howsoever thou pursuest this act, take not thy mind nor let thy soul contrive against thy mother aught. Leave her to heaven, and to those thorns that in her bosom lodge. To prick a stinger, fare thee well at once. The glowworm shows the madden to be near, and gains to pale his ineffectual fire. Adieu, 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 remember me.